Redditors who pay for PRN. What are the rest of us missing out on? I once paid a lovely girl to put on clothes and do her taxes. Can't find that in HD on PRN Hub. In this thread. I can't tell if you're joking or this is a fetish request. I have paid for kink. I love the interviews at the beginning and end for a couple reasons. 1. It makes me feel like nobody is there against their will. 2. I found out I enjoy people describing what they're into. I paid a Snapchat girl for her exclusive. She was very hot and SI and did as much as a chick can do by herself while filming in selfie mode. Overall I felt disappointment almost immediately after the purchase though. Edit. Disappointment in myself for wasting money. She didn't post very much content and often it was the same over and over. Edit 2. I had never done it before and thought what the hell. Overall I felt disappointment almost immediately after the purchase though. You mean after ejaculating and then immediately thinking about your life choices? A girl I went to high school work did some nude modeling and videos. No touching or anything, just glamour shoots essentially. But I paid for a digital magazine as well as a membership to one of the sites so I could download the videos before immediately cancelling the membership. She's super hot but mostly the thrill is seeing someone I went to high school with naked. Uncensored Japanese PRN. Edit. I fell asleep in 2 hours after. Not sure what's going on. I've met a dude in Japan whose job consisted in pixelating the genitals. It was a pretty good gig according to him. Cam sites allow for some nice one-on-one interaction that some people crave. For me, occasionally I'll pay for a month or two of a site I like just because it's nice having easy access to high quality films that are easy to search through. I commissioned some niche fetish PRN artwork so I got exactly what I wanted. And I got to support an artist I like. VR. There's some fun VR PRN out there. And I didn't mind paying for it one bit. Works great with my Google Daydream. Edit. Welp. My top comment is now about VR PRN. Thanks folks. I paid for some real SX videos. There was one position. Missionary. The guy apologized a lot. Before falling asleep 4 minutes in. WTF, didn't know I could be paid for that. Edit. Pornhub Premium member here. I got tired of 99% of the videos being 4 minutes trailers. I got tired of the join now everywhere. And I got tired of the Thai creepy ads. I pay for the same reason I pay for Spotify, Hulu and Netflix. Cam sites are a special thing. Women are there ready to put on shows for an audience. But you have to pay. So it's more personal and interactive. I don't think I want my PRN to be more personal tbh. I recently bought a month at some site people figured out and the responses to this comment for around $40. I don't think I'll get another month. It's too much for stuff I can find for free. But I guess it saves me time rummaging around at 3 AM for stuff that looks authentic rather than acted. They'd make a lot more money. Really. If they charge the same prices as, like, Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll's streams hardly even load for me these days. I just throw money at them so I can feel okay about torrenting stuff. Edit. I've been convinced to cancel Crunchyroll. Edit 2. I wonder if this comment got more attention because of pornography or because of Crunchyroll. You throwing money at CR is the reason we don't have a good service. Why do you keep paying when it doesn't even work for you? Edit. I've helped convince someone to ditch CR. I shall celebrate this. Edit 2. I got a PM asking for alternatives and I recommend torrenting from near Pantsu, Cat or near. See unless you live in Germany. Anytime I paid for PRN was for only a few reasons. Convenience. You can find most PRN if you look hard enough. But if you're picky it's much easier with a subscription to a particular type of PRN. Specific. Again, you can probably find it. Even strange fetishes. But it's harder to find and takes longer. Quality. Even if you find what you want it's likely poor quality. And most paid for PRN you can get in high definition and even 4K. Which would be harder to for free. Overall, it doesn't typically cost that much per month. And if you cancel, almost all will counter offer you at a fraction of the original price. If you have a favorite performer, people are more likely to seek out their other work that's trapped behind that pesky paywall. A sense of pride and accomplishment. When I was younger, I had found out my friend's dad had premium PRN on his son's tablet. I was 13 at the time and his son didn't know. But I did. Let me tell you that this tablet was put to good use when I had stomach aches in the bathroom. I like supporting sex workers because, like, if some of us didn't pay for PRN, the industry would crumble and there'd be no way to make more new PRN. I consider it a public service. That and I have super specific interests and the things I like aren't always available. Thank you for your public service. Plot. Director's commentary. Tagged for interest. I think it's just live stuff now. Or illegal stuff. Like children throwing used car batteries into the ocean. I paid you a cute one for 4 days of Sean Cody and immediately cancelled the auto renew. Those videos are top quality, hot guys babyking and 2 cum shots in each vid. When the 4 days ran out, it glitched and gave me another week and then another and another. Never had another penny taken. I don't think my dick has ever been sorer. Edit. Holy, this comment is my most upvoted comment by a long way. 2K because I like dicks, it's hilarious. Thanks everyone. Edit 2. I buy customs. I have a few links that I like to watch. Plus it supports smaller artist creators. I tend to buy from clip stores prior to offering a custom so I know what I'm likely to be getting in terms of quality. Adult performer here. Every one of my videos are available for free on tube sites and this has killed our industry. 8 years ago. Starting out. A standard BG started out at $900 average. Today, I've seen girls do the same work for $600. If we worked as much as we need to survive, I wouldn't balk at that. But you have to remember, most women starting out will make the circuit, shoot for all the large companies, then never shoot again. I now self-produce a lot of my own content since I have the fans to support my work. Fans that buy my clips or subscribe to my OnlyFans have kept me afloat. I appreciate the support I receive when they could just watch my films for free. It comes down to knowing and understanding that this is our job and we can't live on people watching tube sites. I wouldn't imagine most people would be too happy to be told their work was enjoyed for free by others. It's the same thing. I import new DVDs and Blu-rays from Japan. And those are the ones that cannot be found on torrent websites or R18.com. Those are worth every penny. Comma cannot be found on torrent websites. Be the change you want to see in the world. Well, some people like me have a very specific fetish. And the PRN I paid for is guaranteed to match my interest and make me hard. But I found out, a few years after purchasing the video, it was available for free on Pornhub. Edit. Okay, this blew up big time. I swear I only had 170 points an hour ago. Currently 6k as I type. Despite this username, the fetish I paid for were actually lesbian armpit sniffing and licking. Still consider it worth every penny. Nothing. Every time I have paid for PRN it was while I was in the middle jerking it and wasn't thinking properly. I would usually go to clips for sale when I couldn't find anything new or interesting that day on Pornhub and find a clip. Then when I finished masturbating and realized I just spent 15-20 bucks on a clip and feel stupid. I don't generally get that post-masturbation guilt people talk about, but I sure do when I've bought PRN. Oh god, I know exactly the feel you're talking about. Except for me it's cam girls. I console myself in the fact I've just bought a week's groceries or whatever. But I still feel dumb. Knowing that you're actually supporting PRN stars that you really like and you hope they can have a better life. quality VR headset PRN. I bought a couple of videos off you Liz103 and they were pretty neat. I saw her tits, which is cool, but her tits can be seen for free as well. I have a needle fetish and paid a Redditor $10 to shoot up on camera. Small world, I remember you from RO Peerts back when I was using a Redditor. More like anyone on the sub that you wanted. Why don't you ever explore that with a partner? Using saline and fresh needles, while making sure the injection site is cleaned with alcohol, it's really low risk. I also get a huge rush from seeing blood registering. Dopamine is a hell of a drug. I'm wondering how many other people in here with a specific fetish are worthless furries like me. Also, anyone know any good vanilla gay PRN? Cause that is so rare it's always straight twink learns he loves monster cock from his drill sergeant. Bali legal team takes 4 bears at once. Tied up and ED by my stepdad. Can I just get her say and we'll have a passionate night together? It lets me fantasize that someone might love me. Semicolon. Nothing. I tried it for a month. About 25 years ago. The site was inexpensive. High quality one with good quality pics and videos of very pretty girls. After the first month new content was added. About 20-30 pics of a new girl and 1 video. I immediately cancelled and told them you can't charge me $40 a month for that much new content. I've already seen all the old stuff, so this month has cost me $40 for a few pics and a video. I can get more than that in 5 minutes of the net for free. I've never paid for one since. Free content has just gotten better every year too. I think paid pornography in 1993 was way different than it is today. My GF produces custom content on one of those sites. It's good for people who want their content to fit exact criteria. Free stuff is rarely exactly what you want if you've developed certain fetishes or specific interests. How is dating someone who works in the industry? Sometimes I want the whole story. Sometimes the plumber is there already, pounding the woman. But why was he there? Was it a large poo blocking the toilet? Was it a leaky sink? Did he fix it or not? Even if some gorgeous tradeswoman came to my house and let me her, as soon as I come I'm gonna be like, I really did need that sorting out. I've never bought any myself, but furry PRN commissions are apparently pretty much a gold mine if you can draw even semi-competently. I paid to join my favorite stars site, and it was terrible. They set it up so that it was as hard as possible to many open pics and videos at once, presumably to stop people downloading the whole site. Every video or pic took multiple clicks to access. Every single link to a pic or video wanted to open in a new window. Right click did not give the option for a new tab. Completely frustrating experience. I downloaded what I could be bothered with and cancelled. As a woman, this has always baffled me. I would never pay for it. Who watches an entire movie anyway? I'm good with the 5-minute samples. All the time I need. But you don't get to know the plot that way. Queer, trans, fetish and general amateur content really. There's a whole ton of creators on sites like ManyVids that make really good, interesting, and fresh stuff. I feel like a lot of people are starting to move away from the overproduced scenes, browsers etc. and are looking for more niche, more realistic honest scenes. Paying amateur creators for that content is really the way forward, I think. I'm really into trans PRN. IDKY, but I just can't get into gay stuff. Like, I love cock and crave it, but I'm just not attracted to men whatsoever. I've sucked cock, but looking up and seeing a dude's figure is just repulsive to me. I don't get it and I feel bad for feeling that way. And it's hard to seek out girls like this cause you're labeled a chaser, and it's not like I just want SX. Being able to support SX workers and ethical production companies, rather than some giving some tech firm more traffic and ad revenue for stealing IP. I don't pay for PRN, but I think most if not all of the popular PRN sites don't hold full scenes of the latest PRN. I It is just preview length videos of the latest stuff. Even some of the old ones are gone. Sure, there is still tons of full-length PRN from older scenes or fetishes that big studios probably won't touch, and not to mention amateur uploads. But if you're looking for the latest 4K Ultra HD stuff from Brazzers or Naughty America or whatever, you're not going to find it on Pornhub and the like. You have to pay for the latest stuff. It's not like the old days anymore where they used to host pretty much anything full-length high-quality videos. Now they are all bought out and the content is regulated in most of the sites. You actually have to dig deep to get sites which do upload all these latest PRN stuff in full length and high quality. Or torrent. I prefer to go to the cam girls directly. This way you can get a say in how it is made, and guess what, you get a video that caters to you directly. The ethical responsibility to compensate people for their labor. The articles. There's nothing like commissioning kink drawings from someone. And I'm now dating and living with my favorite artist from the internet. Also, I was on Suicide Girls circa 2002ish. Back when they uploaded 3 new photo sets per week. I think they were posting 4 new sets a day by the time I let my account lapse. At any rate, free PRN wasn't impossible to come by. But there wasn't any sort of one-stop PRN hubish and log back then. And also, time was when SG had a really great community that I was happy to be a part of. But then word got out. The wrong sorts of people get involved and it all went to. I'm amazed there are nearly 200 responses. We found the PRN 1%, I guess. The Illuminati. Anyone interested should listen to John Ronson's podcast The Butterfly Effect. You learn a lot about custom PRN videos. HD 4K cocks. Something I don't see anyone bringing up is that when you pay for PRN, you're most likely paying for better treatment of sex workers. People that do cam shows or are on subscription sites like Suicide Girls for example tend to have much more control over what they do. A lot of PRN actors and actresses have been upped while working. And in the industry it's a dirty secret. Or part of the job. Directors often break boundaries and hard nose on what a star won't do. Does doujinshi count? Cause I pay ridiculous amounts for proxies and shipping just to get the ones I want. I'm on the ace spectrum. And random strangers don't really do it for me. I'd rather have something involving characters I know and love. Add to that my favorite pairings are pretty rare and there's not much free content online. Plus I'm pretty picky about the artwork. And I don't want it to be too or lore over the top. And yeah. We're looking at a pretty niche market. So I'm willing to pay. Butt crack hair on girls. For real? 2 chicks at the same time.